Hello, welcome back to Tyranny. Figured I would start with the nice background music and loading screen. We should be moving on pretty quickly. If you remember last time, we finished Echo Call Village, and we are returning to the disfavored camp. But luckily, we have our full party available. I think that smoothed out the gameplay a lot. Certainly made encounters a lot less difficult. We can actually take on full groups and things like that. But yeah, so basically the story is we've been able to ford the river, so we are able to attack the, I guess you call it like the citadel at the base of the gigantic pillar in the middle of the zone. And now we're headed back to the Archons to sort of find out what it is that they want. But we led that assault successfully. Also, the clock is ticking, right? We only have, it might even be down to 4 days, 4 or 5 days, if I remember correctly, before we are all destroyed by the edict. So, yeah, there's that too. Alright, oh yeah, that's right. So we left off with an account. Oh, hey, thanks, I got an extra healing potion. Yeah, so we're at 5 days to Kiros Day of Swords when the edict comes off. Let's see what all these folks are talking about. Stone Shield is uninjured. Got this handled Fate Binder. What is this? Horde. I'll take that under advisement. Now I'll just be leaving. No need to trouble you folks further. So this Horde guy is surrounded by some disfavored. Come lads, no need to be so titchy. Oh, you can leave, but the helmet stays. We don't take kindly to iron thieves. So if you can just stroll out of here without a flogging, you're sorely mistaken. Alright, time to intercede. Alright, that's my job. I'm the justice. This one here stole from the Legion. He thinks he can get away with it. If he takes one more step forward, we'll be forced to violate Kiros' peace. That's a no-no. You can't say that. You can't say that. Fate Binder, can you hear me out? I'm being accosted by these disfavored thugs. And he acknowledges first. Don't make the Fate Binder complicit in your theft. Disfavored armor is the property of the Legion. It's not yours to loot. And by Graven Ash, I will cut you down if you even try. Right, and like, you can't violate the peace. That's why I'm involved. If he hadn't said that, I might have stepped aside, but I serve the Overlord. So yeah, you don't get to, you know, violate the peace. Alright, so they exchange some looks. Make this a trial of who stands here the longest, and when our bladders loosen, at least I won't be the one wearing an iron diaper. But I'd much rather let the Fate Binder settle it, seeing as there's no other way out of this impasse. Alright, so let's go ahead and ask the Stone Shield what's going on. Hold it, boss. It's a death knell and her gang. We're rounding the river, looking for a fight. We hear commotion, we hear scout whistles, we see what's going on. Next thing we know, we're on top of some Vendrian guard. They just clobbered another gang that was in that area. We had no idea a patrol was even out. Anyway, the Oathbreakers were high off their victories and stood their ground when we rushed them. Their mistake, right? Long story short, the fight got out of hand. There wasn't much left to recruit into our gang, so we helped ourselves to their gear. That's when I found this little piece of work, and he had a helmet. I thought I'd do the proper thing and offer to sell it back to this favor, so I made a hike over here, and rather than claiming my finder's fee, I got accosted. Alright, so let's see, post simply returning it. Yeah, by Kiros' nethers. I guess when your overlord is a deity, every part of him is is technically is holy. What have the disfavored ever done for us to earn charity? Alright, so until he starts commanding, yeah, so they don't care. Yeah, and you sell us what is ours and call that charity, repugnant sod. Anything else that might help your case? Well, unlike my peers who seem unwilling to share, if I'm allowed to sell this, I'd, of course, tithe to the court, like a proper ally. I don't know if he's... Why wouldn't you keep it? First off, the helmet fits me as well as a bucket over an apple. Fucking deersmen lousing up our iron. This rivalry is kind of entertaining. Keep testing me, and I'll use this as a mobile latrine. As I was saying, the helmet fits me poorly. I'd rather have the rings. What other questions can I ask? To the disfavored, what's your argument here? It's his favorite helmet and therefore belongs to the Legion. What else needs to be said? I know the Chorus are routinely undersupplied, but we're not to blame for their lack of resources. They recruit too many and arm and feed, and we suffer for their slack. Yeah, I agree with that too. So, alright. I guess I could be asking my party members. Yeah, why pick a fight over this helmet? I'm just talking about one helmet here. It's the principle of the thing. Raven Ash demands that we honor and preserve our relics of battle. That helmet belongs to the Legionnaire's head or in the hearth of that warrior's next of kin. That I believe in that, but yeah, sounds like the one at fault was the warrior who died and let the enemy seize his helmet. Don't blame me for your backwards northern traditions. Oh, gosh. I like that I don't really have any decision, really. I'm not sure which side is right. I would say I'm probably going to side with the disfavored, though. I think their traditions matter more. And he could just take a Vendering Guard helmet, right? Like, use that. Well, it's worth noticing that we haven't touched a hair on his head. I'm not saying we won't bash his face in for the insult and presumption he threw in, and presumption he threw in ours, but up to this point we've shown some restraint. Alright, I'm ready to make my ruling. Yeah, there you go. Boop, 1 copper, no more. We'll call it settled. So I've gained favor with Tunon, which is, I think, the first time that's happened. That's picking the side of the justice instead of the side of the disfavored of the Chorus. Both agree to stand by the Fatebinder's judgment. You may not get a fair value, but you'll leave with your wedding tackle intact. God, this is pretty brutal. Lovely, 1 whole copper, halfway to supper. Thank you, Binder. It's good of you to protect the Legion's honor and tradition. These things might not mean much to everyone here. Alright. Can I loot some stuff? Maybe right there. Nothing. I'm going to need to do some inventory work. But let's go talk to the Archons. Actually, no. Let's sell really quick, because I do have a lot of stuff. Say something you like. Alright. Let me see your wares. Stuff that ties already, stuff that I've sold. There's not a lot that's out damaging the War Mace. I have a sword, but I haven't been using it because... So it does keep everything that I've sold. I could put on that Heavy Guard helmet. Let's see how it compares. There's less armor and less... Sell. So these have slightly higher quality, but I don't use one-handed, so I'll have to check these with what verse is using. I'll check that sword with what Barrack is using. Alright, so healing potions will keep. Potions of invisibility. I'm not using my whetstone, but I should. Oh, that's a full-on healing potion that I got. Fish. Put in here, yeah. I do have a lot of mead. Just gonna stack all that up. Actually, if I'm not using it, I should just put it in here, shouldn't I? Keeping the Tunon helm and stuff, I think that's useful. Sorry, none of that's for selling. All this extra stuff over. Here we go, he's got some things. Iron Javelin, we don't have anybody who uses that right now. Great Sword. Selling that. Shattered iron sword. Cloth sandals. It's no difference. So, not for sale. Another staff. Huh. Gives him a ranged attack. I might equip him with a staff and just see how that goes. Alright, let's compare this weapon with that. So actually the Imperial Volcata is more damage, so I'll give that to Barrack. And I might... Well, no, I'm not going to store it. Good. Okay. It's a decent amount of money. Got anything weapon oriented that I might use? Bronze, bronze, bronze. I'd need something better than bronze. I need like iron. Common. Fine. Okay, so that's fine quality. Got it. Alright, and then let's check this versus her bow. More damage, more range, more armor penetration. So this is a recovery and accuracy. I'll take the extra damage, that's fine too. Okay, trade it. Sounds good to me.
I see as the crow flies.
And let's make sure that our weaponry is... So you... I want you to change to the... I'm actually going to try using the sword. It supposedly got better weapon. So I find that you're going to still be sword and board. You got your battle stance. You don't have a stance. You've got yours. Which stance is she in? That's an accuracy stance. What are the other ones? Dodge. Dodge and parry. So that's the sword fighting stance. This is the... Okay, that works. Nope, 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 nope. It's like the whole party. Let's keep moving. To the Archon's tent. So let's see what this says. Welcome back, Fatebinder. Okay, no, it's just regular conversation. To the Archons. So it looks like they are further. Who's this? Scarlet Fury. Is that just a regular? Yeah, Earthshaker. Alright, let's move in. We've captured the river. The town on the far side.
How can we trust your rabble not to turn at this last moment? How many of your conscripts have family bonds to the Vendrian Guard? It is decided. The disfavored will take the vanguard of the assault. It is the only way to assure success before the edict comes to pass.
Oh, you're so young. We can forgive you for being stupid. Without your Archon of Stone to bring down those walls, you're out of your element. Only the chorus has the numbers required to swarm the walls from all sides. We will lead the vanguard of this battle.
The best the chorus could accomplish would be leaving a ramp-shaped pile of corpses propped up against the walls for my warriors to use. Their fortifications are not a concern. Even understaffed, my Earthshakers could breach the masonry in short order.
Another brilliant idea! Cairn's cult is, we're sure, every bit as trustworthy and sane as the late Archon of Stone himself. You did notice the spire at the center of the citadel? Hard to miss it, being only the tallest thing on the horizon and such. Certainly your Earth mages won't do anything stupid like, say, breaking the spire's foundation? What could possibly go wrong?
Hear a voice in your head. We love saying that name, Cairn. Just watch him squirm. Graven Ash had so much hair back before he met us.
I trust them more than I trust your circus of rapists, sellswords, and turncoat tearsmen. Tunon's Fatebinder has arrived.
Alright, so I'm gonna say that, yeah, I'm gonna keep lighting a fire under their butt.
Nothing would please us more than to be done with this wretched valley. Perhaps if we had more support from the disfavored, and from the court.
Alright.
Now that we are all assembled, I want reports. The Scarlet Chorus was going to resolve the Oathbreaker presence in the Outer Valley. What became of that?
Yes, what did become of that? We should know already, yet we do not. If we are not mistaken, the Fatebinder played a pivotal role in this operation. Fifth Eye, shed light on this baffling question.
The Fatebinder did indeed assist the Chorus, in a fashion. The Oathbreakers were cut down, but the Fatebinder's wrath spared none, and Captain Pileus Florian was not taken alive, much to our disappointment. Fatebinder seems to have applied disfavored justice to Florian. Such a waste.
And look what showing them mercy has done for us. My scouts report seeing Chorus thugs fleeing your camp, defecting back to the enemy. They are abusing your mercy, and you either don't notice or don't care. The former is negligence, the latter is treachery.
Yeah, I was asked to lend a warrior's hand, be careful, be silent. We could have made a perfect captive, but he was a raging zealot with a death wish. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of disagree.
Iron Marshal, I understand we've established a foothold across the Mittani. Report.
Securing the Mittani was a gruesome affair. An agent of the School of Tides still lives, and the river was turned against us. Despite our losses, the day ended at a success at Echo Call Crossing, though victory came at a great cost. That's gonna be wrath. When it came time to secure the nearby Echo Call village, there was a distressing discovery. The village had been stashing iron weaponry, no doubt stolen from our supply lines. Commander Antio wished to burn the village, but the Chorus disagreed, and the Fatebinder backed their claim. One detail in my reports have failed to explain the fate of the enemy captain. She seemed to have escaped during the fighting at Echo Call village. All reports indicate the Fatebinder was the first there. Turns her head to you, tilted to one side. Tell us, good Fatebinder, what became of the enemy leader? I'm not gonna lie, right? Like, I'm an agent of justice. I let her go.
You did what?
Kairos' Day of Swords approaches, and our allies in the disfavored and the court refuse to work with us. There is clearly only one reason for this. Graven Ash and Tunon have allied against us. You conspire to rob us of our deserved glory.
Alright. We see how it really is. You're all against us, is what the voices in his head say. Alright, Yeah, I think I'll just appeal to authority here.
With whom do you stand?
Alright, his scepter waggles. Now is not the time for compromise. One of us will have to honor the completing this glorious conquest. We know you choose wisely. Yeah, I will. And I'm choosing the disfavored. I think the Earthshakers are the right way to do it. Breach the wall. And I don't know that this is a fair choice, right? Like, they should just both... Oh, together or not at all. There it is. That's what I wanted. That's the choice I want.
You test my patience, Fatebinder. We did not ask for a weak compromise that leaves all parties unsatisfied. Whom do you support? Are you going to let the Scarlet Chorus traitors have their way? Or will you stand by Kairos' true disciples, the disfavored?
Alright, well, I would still pick the... I would pick the disfavored because I want the Earthshakers in there. I do think it's dumb that they won't both attack simultaneously and use both a skilled frontline soldiery supported by a massive number of, barbaric savages. But fine, the disfavored...
You honor us, as I knew you would. You have made the right choice. The disfavored have stood at the forefront of battle since the first days of the war, and now we have the honor of winning this final battle.
Our beloved Chorus! We have too many lives to protect. We can't allow your foolish decision to destroy us all!
Alright, so he's pretty upset, and he's clutching it. Here's the voices. No, we did not work so hard only to be denied our rightful glory in the end. You will die with the disfavored. So, no favor, 5 wrath. Halfway to tier 6 on the wrath there, so he's pretty unhappy.
You would dare harm me and our guest from the court?
lifts his maul to strike.
By Kairos' word, this means war! How did it come to this?
So basically we've picked a side. And I don't know what's going to happen with Verse, especially. I think that's going to be an interesting change. Okay, clock is ticking. We don't need a war against the disfavored, or I mean against the Scarlet Chorus right now. Like, yeah, maybe that's what's going to happen. But, sorry, we're going to have to take Ascension Hall.
Yes, and instead of having false allies on our side, at least we can march on the citadel knowing full well who is friend and foe. And it goes without saying, the disfavored need you now for this glorious battle. Please speak with the Iron Marshal. She will give you the specifics of our plan.
So notice, by the way, that the voice of Nerat is not gone. And that's going to be a big sticking point. Looks like just that Scarlet Fury died. Thanks for stepping in front of me.
Just old soldier reflexes. Couldn't be sure if it was trying a simple illusion or a bolt of fire. Either way, needed to be sure my guests didn't perish in my war tent. Wouldn't be able to live that one down.
And are you sure you wish to go
What
to war?
other choice am I given? It is clear the voices of Nerat would endanger all of us out of vanity. Besides, we all know when this war is over, someone must rule and protect the Tears. So I will start protecting the Tears from the depravity of the Scarlet Chorus.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with how this has gone. I would prefer to avoid a war, which is why I wanted both of you to
The
attack.
Archon of Secrets left behind one of his spies. Perhaps we should send her back to her master in pieces.
So, points at Verse. Barrack's armor starts to bend under pressure.
Something to say, Barrack?
Nothing at present, Archon. Forgive the interruption.
Yeah, I don't know. Verse is with me. I'm not going to throw her under the bus.
You would harbor the Archon's henchmen in your company? This is aiding and abetting the voices of Nerat. I cannot stand for it.
No, she's under the court's
You are
protection.
playing a dangerous game, Binder. If you wish to hold a venomous serpent so close, I will allow you your own self-destruction. Now leave me. When you are ready to join the assault, speak to the Iron Marshal.
Very well. I thought I was gonna bump shoulders with Verse. Hey, is there loot in here? There sure is.
That wasn't so hard.
Iron Walker Helm. Which is basically like what I have. And loot. Have here just some cloth. And let's check on this. Battle report from Echo Call Crossing blames the failure of the assault on the village on the Scarlet Chorus. Apparently their scouts failed to report critical intelligence about enemy composition. Which I guess would be the Water Witch. Alright, let's see what's going on in camp. I'd imagine there's going to be a side quest for us, or maybe even some combat against the Chorus. I'm really not keen on doing that. So what do we have? We've got these people to talk to. Let's see if there's anybody else over here. That should go to Verse. Well, let's compare actually. Compare. Yeah, more deflection. So, Verse. There's one more over here somewhere.
It's all in the reflexes.
Sandals. See, it's appearing on the mini-map, so I know it's all down here. So these guys had prisoners too, though, and we didn't have to talk to them about anything, so I'm not sure if that's going to play a part or not.
It's all in the reflexes.
These light leather gloves, which is basically what we already have. Although gauntlets versus Ostentus. Alright, repairing weapons with scrap isn't exactly why I got into this craft, but our supplies are spent. Why not forge bronze? Bronze will do in a pinch, don't get me wrong. You can take a beating and get bent back into shape, unlike the stubborn iron. We always have plenty of tin and copper lying around. Supplies aren't a problem. It's a rare smith who can churn out military-grade bronze consistently. More often than not, it comes out soft. Look around camp. We're garbaging the Legion head to toe in iron because it's cheaper and easier to produce for the masses. Couldn't do that with bronze. Of course, some of us do go overboard from time to time. They called the disfavored the Iron Legion for a reason. Strategy and skill may be our backbone, but our claws are made of iron, the good stuff that comes from the smiths in Lethan's Crossing. And there's a shortage? I'm afraid so. The last shipment sent down the Mittani went missing near Echo Call. Forge-bound iron is Tunon's responsibility. Why is this the first time I'm hearing of it? Oh, interesting. So, that makes sense. It's coming from outside the valley, outside the conflict. So Tunon's in charge. Keep your voice down. Graven Ash doesn't want to cause a panic or pass information to the Vendrian Guard. Best case scenario, the iron tumbled off a boat and is rusting on a riverbed, or worse, it ends up in enemy hands. Oh, see, I could have gotten it. I guess I can go back to Echo Call, maybe? I appreciate that. As does the Great General. Trust me to handle this. So, I wonder if I can go back to Echo Call. You see that? That's how we tell apart our iron shipments from the rest. Inconspicuous so people don't go snooping around. But you want to keep your eye out for these. Alright, and there's a small set of notches on the iron. I wonder if we can get into... See, that's something I should have done last time. I'm going to see if I can do it really quickly, though. Even though the whole battle group is brought up. But we have, I think,
Sorry,
the last
I
battle
can't.
all ready to go. If we're locked out, we're locked out. But I'll see if I can get us some iron and improve our odds. Yeah, so we can't attack them yet. Let's go back to Echo Call. We have 5 hours. I wonder if returning to a place, what that does. Looks like we've got a couple of boxes up top. Can I click on the map? Yeah, okay, that'll work. So far it looks roughly deserted. So it should actually be a pretty quick errand then, unless they, have a post-battle ambush. This should be secured by the iron whatchamacallums. Stone Guard, the disfavored everybody's.
Can't do that.
Let's head into the village. So I don't know what scouting mode is. Where is that? Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be deserted. Sorry guys, this is kind of boring, but I want to clear this out and get access to all these boxes.
You see that?
Find the iron. Okay, I already have all the camping supplies. What are these? Sure shot slippers. Holding on to. So there's some boxes here and then up around the corner as well. Should be it. Oh, no, it's these. Well, I don't see where the iron would be. Peculiar set of markings and notches. Those are exits entirely. Let's check in here. I almost wonder if it was all those iron swords and crap that I looted. Settler. Let's double check our quest here. Forge-bound iron. Clues as to the missing shipment. Alright, so... No, actually come back over here. Let's go back down there. I don't see where else it would be. That was just that last camping supply. Let's go back to the crossing. There was another one with the footprint that was on the bottom left of the town before crossing back into the river. I wouldn't be mad if I found all that iron and sold it and have to buy it back. No, see, that's an exit again. District Bridge. I don't see any clues to this at all. I mean, we kind of know they were already arming themselves. Yeah, you know what? Let's head back and see if we can just talk to them. I might not be able to complete that quest. I may have missed my chance. It's also important, so when we head back to these, there's no... There's nothing new there. It doesn't, you know, reset it. There's no new bad guys. Oh, sorry, no iron. No iron. Let's go talk to him again. Maybe we have the information that the rebels were arming themselves with it. Hellspar and then erosion. Doesn't have it yet. No. There we go. So an oathbound helm. Some more armor. Then what I've got. What's the difference between this stone shield helm and that one? It's just a fine quality. A tower shield. You know, we could probably see how that compares. Oh, we can't. Well, the only thing we can change in him is his shield. Yeah, let's sell his. Give him a tower shield. Sell your helm. Give you. They're about the same, but that oathbound helm looks pretty cool. Alright, trade. This. And come on. Alright, team. Marcus and Lucia, let's talk to them real quick before we continue on. About time we took Vendrian's Well. It's an honor to have you with us. Alright, fine. Let's talk to you. Talk to. Okay, come on, everybody up on the platform. Good work. The time is upon us. We march on Vendrian's Well and show the Tearsmen the price of insurrection. Iron Marshal's pretty badass looking. This is the whole army, though. That's it, right? You got some tent guards, you got the Earthshakers, you've got 12 guys in armor. Kyros' edict will soon come to bear, and we should move at once, Fatebinder. If you are willing, and could use your assistance. We are a tight-knit band, and while we are not outclassed, we are outnumbered. Will you march to battle with us? I sure will. Yeah, I'm not amused by this little fight between armies. The Overlord brings peace. This sort of disorder runs against the harmony Kyros gives us. We will answer for our actions in due time, but for now our survival hinges on taking Ascension Hall, killing Scarlet Chorus in self-defense by any measure. In self-defense by any measure. Our forces are assembling as we speak. We'll meet you at the Citadel. Graven Ash protects. Alright, so I guess we are just going to attack, because I don't see another way to avoid it. Everybody's got potions, everybody's got... Well, we already have heals, so we don't really need them as much. Let's move out. Gather your party. There we go. Yeah, I can't go to the chorus camp. So there's gonna be some kind of subterfuge. You know, they're going to attack us, they're going to... I'd imagine they're going to attack us. 9 hours. It's a big place. Night assault.
Take a look at that iron wall of woman. Must be the Iron Marshal.
Sure is. See anything? No. It's a large camp. Earthshakers over there preparing to blast down the wall. Oddly enough, I'm going to rest because I want to get my party wounded. There's the wall. Do it, Earthshakers, do it. They've got some people reading scrolls, so maybe they're countering the Earthshakers' ability. Fatebinder, come this way. The enemy left only a pittance of soldiers to slow our advance. The majority of their warriors are holed up within the Citadel. No use trying to lure them out. We have to bring the fight inside. That wall, she points north, is where the Earthshakers are focusing their magic. They cannot afford to be imprecise with their tremor sigils. The spire so close, yeah, they bring the whole thing down. We need to contend with the defenders' mages if we're to crack the perimeter. Alright, how can I help? Enemy sages are working with some sort of protective magic that's keeping their wall held together. We need you to silence this resistance. Head east and secure a way over the wall. My troops aren't dressed for scaling. Kill the sages, the Earthshakers will clear away. Okay, I can do that. We'll go with the glory of Kyros. On it. We'll loot. So our objectives are noted as being... Okay, yep, everybody attack. Thrust. Let's say slash.
No raging.
Okay, there's you attack this. I want my crew as alive as they can be. And we're just gonna sunder this. And you come over
I'll do it for the slaughter something.
Alright, so we're engaged immediately. Ranged. We need to take this damage. Since nobody's taking that damage.
Consider it done.
Pressing runners hurt. Okay, ranged. I want you guys on. Actually, no, just you two there. You can attack this one.
Good work.
Got it. Attack. Can I loot now? Here, please. What do we have? Horde boots, yay! What do we want to do now? Let's get the whole party together. Good. Brawlers up front.
Curious.
Alright,
Heads
let's
up,
go
Whip.
attack. Heal him. Sorry, no, sorry, heal, that's the heal. Heal him. You're going to get in there and attack, reverse, you can attack from range against the archer.
Consider it done.
I can't move!
That's good. Why are you back here? You need to stay in the back.
Won't happen.
Which buffs up. Good to go there. So. Nope, take that. Okay. Kill the squad. Honor guard. Sundering. Let's continue attacking the range. Rippers. Not kill this. Kill that. Now it's gonna do its thing. Good work. Good work. Melee attack health is below 50%. Keep her alive. Let's thrust. Barrack.
I got it.
I will aid you.
Engage. She needs some heals, Andrew. Okay, do this.
Consider.
Take that!
Hit him with the hard stuff. Okay, back to bow range. Disengage. Lantry, you can hit him with that. Thrust. And strike.
Got dark all of a sudden.
See what we're doing. versus. Let's level him up. Telepoints. Push endurance is good. Only have one. Alright. She's got phalanx stains. Engage an additional enemy. Improves Clash of Iron. Will attack twice his normal strikes for a short time. That's useful. Pursuit. Run faster. Or do I want just more ability? Art of the Blade increases one hand to unit weapon damage. I just wanted to attack more. Alright. Sorry, verse.
Right.
Let's check this and then let's skip.
Got it!
Citadel wall. Use the cracks and jutting rocks to scale. Alright. Let's move north.
Trouble is...
Here's the plan. Well, no, let's just engage the archer.
the foot.
Everybody attack.
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
Just gonna let them use attacks as necessary. Okay. Can we go west? Blocked by this tower here. That's fine then. Probably can't go into the inner courtyard on the right either, since we're linear right now. Let's move inside. Then why don't you pull?
Count on it. Come at.
Why are you just doing a melee attack? You can cleave.
Will do. Smash to pieces!
Hold on just a second.
Right.
There's loot to be had with cheese. I'm gonna clear out all of this before I go through all that. Yeah, they're not even really holding very hard or fast. Alright, let's take 2 groups.
I'd have it. No
Count
other
on
way.
it.
Send me your champion!
Good. Thrust. Then we're going to cleave. On this side, I'm going to use power attacks for both of you guys.
On it.
Not attacking.
Who says you can't teach an old dog to
Everybody attack.
Take me if you can!
That should allow the Earth Shakers to get their job done. But before we do that, let's level up Gentry. Lantry, I don't know if I'm calling him Gentry. Alright, so I'm going to keep giving him heals. Raise the record's good. I'm going to improve his healing. Second breath can revive if I'm just kidding, doing that. Alright, Earth Shakers, get her done. Move in now. Alright, so...
Of course.
Fatebinder, head into the main courtyard. Let's do it. Go, go, go. Breach the gate. The Chorus has breached the gate. Fall back. Oh, no, we are not going to have a battle now. I really want to avoid this. Stand aside. Ascension Hall is ours for the taking. Fifth Eye swings his spear in broad arcs as he roars. Withdraw at once before you feel the weight of 1,000 Chorus blades and bludgeons. So, no sooner would a family of maggots beat a pack of wolves. Come, I'll take you 5 at a time. So, the edict, guys, remember, we'll stall them. You make a break for the inner sanctum. Fine, let them fight the war, or let them battle each other. I'll freaking capture the entire damn castle myself. Alright. Sun Soldier. So, you know, guys, remember that part where...
Right.
What's going on here? They're here! They've breached the perimeter! They're in the keep! Whistling a warning, Oathbreaker falls back deeper into the keep. It's a trap! It's lootable.
Right.
Stones, whatever this is, weaponry and armor. What is this? Oh, hey, heavy bronze armor. Nice. Let's move in. All right, begin the attack. We're gonna kite them into the room. Lantry, stand here. Inverse.
Another battle!
No. No, you stay where you are.
He's bad at making friends.
Good. Attack the tank. Let's go ahead and summon this guy.
Right.
Alright. Now we're going to clash.
Ready? Good work.
Can you move right there? While we're doing that, let's Titan's Touch, Vitality. I should just let him do it. Alright, cleave! I said cleave! Hit these guys, and after you cleave him, thrust him. That should be enough.
Come and face my iron!
Okay, good. You're almost dead. Get in there, Barrack. Is he wounded? Oh no, he's just getting his accuracy reduced. Okay, you can just thrust the next in line.
Bleed out, you little shit!
Barrack.
Oh, this weapon is
Oh, he's rooted. Okay. We are going to double tank it. Let's focus on the ranged one. Sunder, where's my... I don't know why
I will aid you.
Okay.
On it.
So we're blocked from going that way. Let's enter the next room. Still burns, plates and silverware everywhere. It hasn't seen combat for generations. Veneering Guard will... What? Will never be the same after this battle. Yeah, I'd imagine that.
Send me your champion!
Send it! Champion sent. Alright. I want you both to attack me. Kill this. Kill this. Stun like this.
Great, take me! On it.
First level up. Alright, we need her to have ability and spell cooldown is probably pretty useful for her since she's not sitting in combat anymore. Let's take a look here. So she can root a target or more armored penetration with her arrows. Or I can give her battle mind, bonus for dual wield bows and athletics. Immunity to burning and bleeding afflictions is useful. Improvised attacks, weapon accuracy, and removes a recovery penalty incurred after changing weapon sets. I can give her evasion. See, I'm using her ranged attacks a lot more, so I think I'm gonna have to. Well, we'll take the bonus for now. Actually, no. I'm gonna make her immune to certain attacks, burning and bleeding. Let's loot everything. Veneering Guard food supplies are stored here. Most of it's comprised of vegetables grown from the tiers. Remember, guys, we're the bad guys here. Light bronze boots. Slash crush.
Huh.
What's this? Whetstone. Guessing I can't use all that in combat. But I don't think
Trouble is afoot.
Nice. Some sneaky. But it's not gonna matter, because I'm just going to sunder you. Barrett, get your butt in here. Kill the mage. In fact, just kill the mage. Do this. Do this. Verse. Number 5. Lantry. Come over here.
You got it.
Taunt both.
Is that ink? No, wait, it's blood.
Get your taunt on. You don't have any healing potions? Lantry's fine. Verse. Can attack this one.
Can't do that. On it.
I can't take much more of this.
Yeah, stop attacking my damn mage.
I'll do it for the North.
Better stop there. Do that. Pot up again. Magical scroll. 30 lore. Read the scroll. Start a new sigil. Right, so this is stuff that I haven't been able to do before.
Right.
Check all this magic crap. Got some empty parchment. Azure Bell. Right, quick pause there. Let's get back in the game. So we are heading deeper into the citadel. Probably not going to rest. This is a pretty big group. Got a sage, outrunners, and the honor guard, and a sun soldier. So,
To battle!
okay, let's do this one. That should iron all of this crap. First, hit this guy, then hit this guy. So we're gonna taunt everyone. Taunt all the people. Hit them both with a cleave. Guess this guy's going down first. Faster.
I had it no other way.
Alright, we got some levels working on here. Thrust. Ranger, you can't attack here. First, keep attacking. Watch, take a step back. Don't want you to watch.
Will do.
Increase my attack speed,
I'm not dead yet.
Get in there, Barrack. Talent points. One more attack. Acceptable for now. Just gonna keep going with damage. Just do massive blow, increases critical hit damage. Yeah, I'm gonna keep improving the 2 minutes. Damage. Pure damage. Oh, I see. Okay, so I have to go. Increases damage with unarmed attacks. I'm not using those. I do not have a stance. So let's do a mighty stance. Sorry. And mighty stance.
Move! In place!
Stun this guy. Dead. Okay, he's casting a heal, so after you heal, plot up. And after you do this, plot up. So we are taking a lot of hits, taking a lot of damage. I'm going to focus down this enemy. And I'm going to taunt these two. Attacking this one, I'm not changing targets here. I don't know why you are. Okay, he can revive, but he's got to stay alive long enough to do it.
Sorry, I...
Cleave this asshole.
can't.
That's how I want to do it. There have his heals back. Quade. No, you can't do it. We're just going to use the Warrior's Respite. Okay, sound good? Sounds good to me.
Fall before me!
Everybody, kill this guy.
Right.
That is not inspiring. Armor. Okay, this is further in. Let's check down the hall real quick. There's some loot. And I'm going to go ahead and rest up, get rid of these wounds. Alright, good. So we got 4 days to take the citadel. That's plenty of time. So, let's see, Sage Apprentice. It's Ebb, Tarkus Airy, and Honor Guard. It's going to be a tough battle if we have to fight this way. It looks like there's going to be a lot of talking. Lovely. I was hoping they'd send the Queenslayer. I wanted nothing more than claim your head. Slay a queen, slay a captain, kill us, and more of us just sprout out of the weeds. Can never put down our will to be free. This battle today is just the first of many to come, and an uprising throughout all the tiers. Yeah, that's not going to work. I thought your lives... Wait, yeah. Though your lives will certainly end here in the Ascension Hall. Consider yourselves fortunate. Some of the finest rulers of Apex met death by duel in this hallowed hall. Truly, there's no finer place. Yeah, this is where I killed your queen in a duel. Sisters, brothers, it's been a privilege to lead and an honor to share in your final days. Probably the lore one would have to do with the edict, but I'm gonna be menacing. Gained some athletic skill experience. You underestimate our resolve, Fatebinder. Where's that one going? Coward! Okay, so that just evens the odds. No matter, one soldier will make no difference. And what did you gain from your rebellion? Nothing we haven't already gained. Our pride, our dignity, these things you can never take from us. A Vendrian Guard could never stand against all of Kira's forces, but we can teach others to resist, and maybe you'll run out of soldiers before we run out of stubbornness. I doubt it. Yeah, I mean, you already use this currency, so you'd consign your whole realm to death because of your pride, and you would kill us for not bowing to your banner. I will not let some servile bully lecture me on the subject of pride. Yeah, but you're doing nothing but getting people killed. And what did taking Vendrian's Well cost you? How many disfavored corpses rust in the valley? How many choirmen fell to our blades? How goes the endless battle of the Blade Grave whilst you deal with us here? And tell us, are the Archons unified in victory? Did the armies bond in camaraderie over our deaths? So, yeah. You're not doing anything. Traded your kinsmen to the slow, inevitable nothing. Actually, how did you know they were feuding? We are hopeless, not witless. Our eyes and ears tell us much. I will die happy knowing your invasion will grind to a halt as the two Archons tear each other to pieces over the title of victor. Perhaps my only regret is not living to see which child king will win. Barrack, if you're so eager to fall on my blade, stop prattling and come at me. Or are you gutless as well? Any last words? Yes. Tell the voices of Nerat we are most thankful for his aid. We would not have made it this far without his support. Oh, so we've learned that the Scarlet Chorus really was helping him.
I am a...
There we go. Okay, kids. We're gonna do the proper one. It's going to damage everybody. Okay. And just gonna quicken. And then you're gonna Titan's Touch. And you can, you know what? Let's see if actions. Target versus endurance, you can use poison. And then you're going to use that poison attack on Ed. So that's going to be Alright, taunt them all. I'm just going to straight up out DPS them. Cleave. So she is doing what? I don't know. Yep. Did you use your poison? Okay, you used the poison. Kill the mage.
You got it.
Kill the mage. I'm sure you can stun the mage. Shoot the mage. Lantry. Stun. Thrust. This one. Good.
I can't move!
Alright, this is working pretty darn well. Andrew, why are you not healing? Get your heal on. I need to... In fact, okay. Party support. Great. Good. Defend the party. Sounds good. Archer. Protector. Focus on protecting the party at the start of combat. Blood bond. Fail extends to the attention of enemies. Good.
I'll take care of it. This weapon is entirely worthless.
Sunder, stun. Stun and wounded. Cleave. Get your flaming shot. And let's use the quill attack. As well as another jerk.
You got it.
I got it. I'll omit that from the record. Good work.
Take me if you can!
That's how it's done.
Mission accomplished. And here come the disfavored. You worthless gnats, we may die, but others will follow our examples. Mark my words, coughs up blood. You've bested their leadership, most impressive. Remind me never to underestimate the skills of the Fatebinder. Betray the Alliance. Man, that's attractive. I'm sure the Archon will be pleased. You know, I'm honored I had a hand in the glory. Here's the thing. We know that the Scarlet Chorus betrayed the Alliance, so I'm not going to betray them back. Right? Like, I might have done it, but I'm here to serve Kyros' will. Kyros will favor the disfavored, as weird as that sounds. I'm honored to have a hand in glory. Right? And they're going to like me a lot more. Yeah. Your help will be pivotal. Grave and Ash will soon be hearing an earful about your skill and courage. Party has received Outbreak. Clatter and madness of combat has ceased. Ascension Hall is, for the moment, tranquil. I don't know what Outbreak is. May the pox take your children. Oh, so maybe we're spreading a plague. With those words of defeat, the burning hum you've heard in your head for days on end taper off into nothing. Your mind returns to a state of quiet you've not felt since you proclaimed the edict. Alright, I lay claim to Ascension Hall. Let us be free of this edict. Feel a tug in your chest, warm energy begins to form around you. Before you know it, you feel as if you're lighter than air. So I'm getting magic from the evil overlord to make me feel better, basically. What is this? Some kind of magical blessing? Maybe I'm turning into an Archon? Just got teleported somewhere. Blink away the last of the luminescent trails in your field of vision. The masonry of Ascension Hall is replaced with a wide open space in every direction, save for the slab of ancient stone. High winds shove, pushing you off balance. Air is cool and thin, unsatisfying to your lungs. So, wow. Landry, is this... Yes, this must be the mountain spire. When was the last time... He looks down over the edge. I may need to retch. Verse. This is certainly a change. A damn cold change. I could land on my feet if I jumped. Not that it would matter for long. Kyros, be merciful. What now? Everywhere you look, mountains rise up along a distant horizon. The river and forest below brings to mind a map of Vendrian's Well. You quickly trace the Mittani and the Iranev, all the numerous waterways of the region. Higher than you imagine. This is indeed the pinnacle of the spire. Tarkus, how did we get all the way up here? Another question as the Iron Marshal came to. How in the name of Graven Ash do we get down? Walks to the edge, trembling half a pace back as she peers. Warriors below must be sensing the edict has ended. We should be down there, by their side. Verse, the edict is gone and we're still standing. If I were a conscript down there, I'd run for it and thank my good fortune. Successful. Yeah, all blades be sheathed. That much sounds sensible. If we're to understand what happened, we need to drop anchor on this battle and regroup. But what of the chorus? We can't just... You're right, we should regroup. Save what warriors we can. The chorus is better handled when we're at full strength. And send word. Yeah, so that helped with Barrick, who is, loyalty 1, which I think will unlock. Yeah, 0%, so he's just fully loyalty 1, which I think gives us another talent. That was a worthy battle. Not since Stalwart have I seen such courage and determination. Oh, but the siege needed you spans ago. Agreed, it would be honored to deliver your auspicious message in person. So how do we send it? Option 1, oh, they'll know from the magic. Option 2, put a note on this lady's body and throw her off the spire. Holy crap. I'm not that evil, sorry. No telling how stable it is, but look closely, you can see images of Ascension Hall in the haze. Well, if you have trained eyes, that is. Of course, even if it's not stable, the alternative is jumping, so what do we have to lose? Oh, how did I not notice that? Right, there's a portal. Duh. So we got some teleports, actually, because there might be multiple places to portal to. How did I not notice that? Assuming this takes me back to Ascension Hall, carve a path to Ash and let him know the score. Yeah, glory to Kyros. Thank you for being the edge of our blade. We've been short-handed since we took the Gates of Judgment, and these Oathbreakers fight well above their station. Without my vanguard, this would have been a bloodier day. Without you and my vanguard, this would have been a bloodier day. There's no telling if we would have seized it in time. The well is yours. Hold it for the glory of Tunon. Demonstrate. It'd be wise for us to place court-held lands between us and the enemy. That way the course cannot fortify around us without giving offense to the Archon of Justice. Nerat's treachery means war. I trust we will be able to rely on your support. Ebb. No doubt I'm the very definition of an enemy of the Overlord. I didn't just resist, I led others into resistance. So I know what's about to happen. But I know when I've met my match, like most folk, I'll do whatever it takes to live. If you show me mercy, I'll pledge my life to you, good Fateminder. Yeah, I'm in. Serve me well and it can be forgiven. If you will have my fealty, it is yours. I, Ebb of the Tidecasters, do hereby pledge my life and loyalty to Quade. I will serve and obey as long as you have need or want of my skill. That's fine. I just don't know if she heals, so we'll change the party roster up later, because we'll have somebody else going on. Vendrian's Well has fallen. For the second time since the conquest began, Kyros armies take the citadel from its defenders. With your help, the Vendrian Guard rebellion has been crushed. You claimed Ascension Hall with your disfavored allies, satisfying the terms of Kyros' baleful edict. You and the forces of Kyros are free from the Overlord's death sentence, right? And we've got the disfavored here. The threat of execution no longer looming overhead, the Overlord's armies turn their attention away from the Citadel and toward each other. The tensions that flared over the long siege reach an explosive crescendo as the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus armies clashed iron and bronze in a hasty and disorganized battle. And the haste and disorganization, I'm guessing, favors the Chorus a little bit. As his forces were cut down, the voices of Nerat and his officers escaped to the Stone Sea, which we know well, leaving the conscript army to carry on their battle against the disfavored. In the aftermath, the disfavored broke camp and withdrew to their fortress in the Blade Grave, from there to regroup and prepare for extended campaign against the Scarlet Chorus. Having taken Vendrian's Well for yourself, Archon Graven Ash, recognize your lawful claim to rule and occupy the Spire. As days passed, the wounded and injured were nursed to health. You explore your strange bastion and planned your next steps with deliberation. So we're actually given control over a realm, which is pretty awesome. As word spreads that the Scarlet Chorus and Disfavored turn on each other, factions at once resolve to bend the knee are inspired instead to continue fighting. The Archon's feud has heralded the collapse of Kyros' offensive. Right, so in some sense, even though everybody died that was resisting, we're actually playing into the rebels' plans. Tunon, the Archon of Justice, observes the chaos and discord spreading across the land. The Archon summons his Fatebinder to return to court at the Bastard City and report on his actions in Vendrian's Well. Civil War, what a shame that it descends into this. Archon Ash will want to meet and discuss his next steps. Best that you regroup in Iron Hearth. Gather your strength and regroup. We are regrouping. But don't leave the Archon waiting. Send Ash my regards. The General's done much for me. I wish he was here to see this. Alright, after I speak with Tunon, that would be best. It's not enough that we're fighting two wars. Now we have to puzzle through. I don't envy your position. But yeah, I want to look around up here real quick, and then we'll probably call it quits for this episode. The dizzying energy from the spire falters. Whatever force woke the powers that resides here gutters and fades. Though a faint hum persists in the sculpture at the center. That's odd. There was a portal here a moment ago, but it seems to have vanished. Let's look around for a solution. Humming in the curious sculpture pulses as if to draw your attention. Alright. Is there anything to loot? There's not. It's just this sculpture. Reputation unlocked. Vendrian Guard, Wrath, ability, drain strength. Okay, we'll have to look at all that in a minute. Closer inspection, a series of symbols carved around the base of the structure come into view. One symbol pulses with a blue-white glow. It resembles the glowing lines seen on the floor of the Ascension Hall. So we're getting a teleporter, which is pretty cool. As you stare at the symbol, the chill wind abates, your chest swells with warmth, the air finally feels welcoming, your lungs sated at last. I'd be careful going any closer. This tower is humming with energies that we don't understand. Now, I didn't say back away. Let's find out what it does. Just, be cautious. You staked your claim to the tower and everything in it. Whatever that sculpture is belongs to you. Barrick, I feel dizzy. Alright, let's touch the sculpture. Smooth and cool to the touch, marbling patterns move with the curves of the sculpture. Wish I could scroll up and look at it. looking more akin to veins than imperfections in the rock. You can't find a single marking to suggest an artisan's tool. As you're about to draw your finger away, you feel a sudden return pressure on your fingertip as the sculpture touches you back. It's once again still. Rush of warmth through your body, jolt of innervation that steadies your balance. A barrage of tactile sensation floods your mind as you feel footsteps and wind, but not on your face or your limbs. A moment later, the flood of information begins to make sense. You're feeling the wind against the spire, even the weight of your own feet, as if the spire was a second spine. This connection made you feel your awareness pull from this place, not as a traveler, but as one glimpsing the world from impossibly far away. In this moment, there is nothing you cannot see. Though you see it nearly all at once, the flood of sensation is difficult to parse. You see a spire at the crossing of an ancient stone structure, 2 walls extending off into the distance. The base of this eternal spire, settlers and merchants act in every way unconcerned, toiling under the observation of unforgiving taskmasters. As the shadow of the spire falls over them, the mood changes. The settlers pause in shared unease and look up at the sky, toward you. Though you haven't seen it in person, you are certain this is a vision of Lethan's crossing, for nowhere else are the Tearsmen brave or desperate enough to settle at the intersection of the bane-ridden old walls. Right. Interesting. Near this settlement, built at the joining of ancient walls, you see a breach in the massive masonry, a cleft into the forbidden, hidden realm within the old walls. So, do I want to go closer to the spire or closer to the old walls? I'm interested in the old walls. Shadows envelop you, muting all sound with a slight delay. There's a feeling of perversion, of wrongness. Whatever arcane power is allowing your senses to drift free of your body seems to falter in this place. Figures haunt the stone walls, drifting emanations of cloud, claw, and fang. They pay you no heed, but you fear them all the same. In the depths of this forbidden place, the deepest chamber is bathed in light. An arcane symbol illuminates the floor, though the detail hurts your eyes when you focus. With a gentle tug, your focus pulls back to a new horizon. Takes you a moment to recognize the Vendurian's well, so let's drift closer to the spire. The spire feels similar to the one you now occupy, though instead of radiating arcane life, it reeks of dust and crumbling stone, a branch withering once pulled from its tree. It reaches for you with a barely perceptible tug. The link between you and the spire recedes. The arcane bond is still present, but the mystical energies, for the moment, are quiet. Your body, flooded with excitement and fatigue. It's unclear whether the mystic connection has strengthened you or siphoning. The tower offers nothing by the way of answer. You know that asking would only yield more silence and mystery. The deluge of sensation is over, but the positions of the other spires still linger in your mind. From your vantage point atop the mountain spire, you can easily spot the mysterious structures, each of them rising high above their distant surroundings. And the portal is active again. Did you sense that? The ripples are everywhere. When you move, the magic of this place stirs and churns. That portal over there, those burning braziers, they all grow more intense as you approach. It's like it's responding to your presence. Before we get ahead of ourselves, it's worth remembering that you ended Kara's edict. That's no small feat. Maybe your connection to this place is related. Either way, it sounds like something for the arcane-minded to investigate. Be sure to see me after your audience with Tunon. We cannot let the Scarlet Chorus gain a hold in the tears. Together we will wipe them from this land. Come to me as soon as you can, Fatebinder. We have a lot of work to do. Alright. Power has increased. I've acquired the Mountain Spire. I think this is a good stopping point. And, yeah, we've successfully ended the edict. We've captured the spire, which now treats us as its rightful master and seems to be giving us some kind of, you know, pretty awesome... Here's the mountain spire. Pretty awesome powers. Travel to Tunon's court. Can we look at the world map? I forget how we do that. There's the global map. So, as you can see, there's another tower here in the Stone Sea. Alright. There's these. The Sunset Spire and Lethan's Crossing is one. Cacophony, I guess we'll have to go check out the other towers over there. Oh, there's a tower down here too. So these towers are going to be part of something. Alright, so this is what we've captured. We own Vendurian's Well. The Stone Sea is where the Scarlet Chorus has gone. Contested lands are in the middle. And then down here is where the disfavored have made their home, with Tunon being up in the, there it is, up in the Bastard City. So we have those sort of three factions. Haven, I don't think is technically owned by anybody. I think they just have bent the knee. But yeah, so that's a good spot to stop. We've kind of finished that first introductory zone. And we've got our party, we've got the Water Witch on our side, and yeah. I've been Quade, playing as Quade. And, oh good, we've still got the calendar. And yeah, thanks for watching, and tune in for another episode soon.